It's football time, and we scored a dime. Football's on, so let's smoke a bong. TGIF.
On this week's very special episode of Thank God It's Fantasy, we rejoin the crew just after the Dan Lebatard show with Stugotz Fantasy Draft has gone off the air. We join them for an impromptu draft of the songs from the musical The Big Game, starring I'll Be Damned It's Wes as Commissioner. He's got the goods dude as DraftKings' worst nightmare. Capo as Capo of the Stugotz Army. Squirrely Dan's older brother as the Godfather. And featuring Wade Jones as Wade Jones. And Drinks with Ron as Ernest T. Bass.
Man, that Wendy's was so long ago.
Troy, let me know if you want another shot.
They've sponsored us.
Oh, I'm in for another shot. Yes, sir, brother. Right here.
Well, I'm celebrating my championship team with this shot because
that's solid, man.
Very happy with my team.
I'm scared of your squad. I wanted to go later than two, but I couldn't risk losing Mike, and then I lost everybody I wanted to pair with him.
Jamel and Witty in the same paragraph. You guys,
when we get our
down to
unknown
0.5 speed for what's going to happen. It's gonna be like,
Troy, when we get our unknown draft grader, our unknown draft grader, unknown. Let me know because if I'm not number one, it's going to be a
quitting.
riot.
Yeah, fair enough.
Troy, wait for me.
I will.
Wait, hold on, I'll be right back.
Or have two shots while I wait for you to have one more shot.
Yeah, but grab a beer.
No, the story of the draft, in my opinion, it really is Dan falling to 5 overall.
Well, that's funny because we all have been like, I've been since well before 2017. Like I was like, 2014 kind of person. So I'm not on the ground floor, but I'm, kind of on the ground floor, but no one cares what happens in Idaho. And so we have Treble Radio and then we have the opportunities to do things. So
Sure, I'm ready. All
right, then.
And by the way, how dare all of you for letting Dan fall that far again? I will never stop saying it to you, scumbag.
That's fair. That's fair. Harsh, but fair.
Yeah, and you're talking about 2014, man. Maybe you would just start thinking about Fusion.
That's what I remember. Well, I remember seeing him on there. I remember just for whatever reason, Dan popped up everywhere that I would try to watch television. Like I remember him being on, PTI back in the day with, when he was working with what was it, Kornheiser,
Uncle
right?
Tony
filling in, Mike,
Was a big Kornheiser show fan back in the day. That's where I first heard Dan.
Yeah, I was, I put on ESPN when I get home from school, and I'd watch whatever stupid shows that they just talked about sports until actual sports came on. And, that's how I got introduced to Dan. And eventually all that shit was nonsense and stupid, and then I found Dan's show and Stugotz and then Poppy. And I'm like, this shit's fucking funny. Like, it's not Stephen A. Like, this shit's awesome.
Right. Which I think is the funny thing, because Dan's show, I think, is the closest thing that I've kind of come into Kornheiser's show since then. It seems real similar in a lot of ways, just kind of the energy and, the general middle finger to management. And when Tony was about to go, he knew he was going to be done with the show, and they did Old Guy Radio where he'd just play like an old Who song. They did 3 weeks of just Tony going, sons of bitches, play the Who. It was like, it was so good.
Just from being on Twitter for so long, I'm so glad most of you have joined. Well, I mean, all of you. I'm glad that most of you.
Who got most of you joined?
Not just you 5. I'm talking about like in general. I'm talking about like the entire Lebatard
not you, commish,
world.
not you.
But
I'm just a commish, not the commish.
I would be on there like tweeting like Billy and Chris, like if they said something funny, I would tweet them back or something. And then I'm like, like, why am I bothering these people? And then everybody else started to slowly, come around, and I'm just like, wow, we're all the fucking same people. And no matter how we got here, we've all sort of got here through similar ways in the end. And it's weird. We all are, wow, that's hard to say, especially my Baltimore accent, are a cult. I mean, pretty much, other than like all the crazy, I'm not drinking your Kool-Aid type shit.
Oh, I am. Give me that Kool-Aid. Have some of that shit.
Stew flavored Kool-Aid.
10-word sentence in like 50 words. Why say a word in 10, or why say a sentence in 10 words when you can make it like 75 or 80 words?
And you know why? Because if you're being listened to on the wire and you just talk about a bunch of nonsense, eventually they stop listening. And it's such a bad habit that I've tried to break that it's just stuck with me, and it's terrible.
Speaking of The Wire, I started watching that during the pandemic when I got furloughed. And if it wasn't for you, when I first started tweeting about it, I wouldn't have continued, because you were like telling me, imagine living with that shit in real life. And I was like,
oh God, I hate I hate that bit. I'm done doing it. Everybody talks about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I think that's why Bo ended up blocking me, because I was like, oh yeah, imagine living The Wire. And then I'm like, geez, I need to stop this shit. Like,
it's such a good show,
away from it. It really is. And like, like just even, my grandmother still lives down, in the city. So like, I'm down there a lot, and like, I can go down there, and I work, down there, so like I'm still, down through the city. I'm not doing anything like I used to do. I mean, it was only weed. It was only weed, but still, you know what I mean? But like, just, I don't associate with none of the same people.
Slanging it.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Wes, for clearing your throat into the mic. Great, Cody.
$2.
I think that's okay.
My man. Number 2 on my team and in my heart.
Once they made everything like decriminalized and basically legal here, like it was no point. Everything was expensive, and then it was all cheap, and it's like, you're running around for nothing. You can still get robbed and shot and all that, good. I was gonna say good stuff. I had to stop myself. All that terrible stuff. So you're like
it's not fun anymore. You don't want to do it. It's legal bullshit.
The Wire. Tire.
And I like doing that stupid shit on Twitter, because like you say it and like people are looking at it like you did the and W, and it doesn't necessarily, it might not play when you're reading the letters, but then when you say it in person, it actually works. I got a cat attacking me, pulling the fucking earpiece out my ear.
Gosh, yeah, I had to put Smetty up. That was no dice.
This has gone
That was
really
your chance. That was your chance to talk shit about me.
Oh yeah. Did we recap everybody? Goods, did you finish your recap of your team, or did you skip saying fuck off about the Dan Fallen and yeah?
No, my team is by far the best. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to recap my team? I have Dan Lebatard.
No, I don't want to hear.
Damn it! Why did I do that? I said it. I should have.
I said Al Hassan in the second round, which he's not a second rounder. I got Juju Gotti in the third round. How embarrassing!
That was the one that hurt me the most. That was like Jamel, hurting you, like Troy. Juju with me, yeah, that hurt when you got him.
I got Stan Van Gundy in the fourth round. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's a one-trick pony. He's fine.
Boring. I had penciled in for my fifth round pick.
Carl Douglas kicks his ass round. Because he'll be like, "Hey, Carl, what are you doing? Stan, don't leave me alone."
All right. The only disappointing part about Stan is that I like when he works with Mike, and I don't have Mike. So, but I feel like Amin is versatile enough where he can torment Stan.
Yeah, you'll get enough out of Stan with Amin and Dan there. Yeah,
that was the thing I was looking for you to. Was bummed out about that because Amin was my guy. I was like, "Ooh, want to have him drop," and then.
So here's what I'm going to. I just want to tell you guys quick. I have Amin number 4 on my board, and I have the 5th pick. So I was like, if everything goes to plan, I'll miss out on Amin. And then I would have gone Greg Cody. Because I feel like consensus, the first three are Mike, Stu, or it's Dan, Stu, Mike. Consensus
Agreed.
first three, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like,
two.
I have Amin fourth. I think Amin is that valuable. I love when he's on. Now, maybe it's one of those things where he's not on so much that he doesn't get on my nerves, but I just think he's that valuable.
I agree.
And then I had Greg. And then, believe it or not, because I looked at this first round pick as who could lead a show, I had Juju as my sixth. I was like, I want a week's worth of Juju shows where he leads it. I want to see what he does with it. I want to see where he goes with it, because when he talks, I listen.
Same, same.
And maybe because we don't hear him enough.
And I'll tell you what, Goods, I got Tony on my team. You got Juju on your team. I see a little collab in the works. I mean,
I got Lewis on my team.
You know what? Maybe. I guarantee the winner of this draft. You know what I love about Capo? He can say a third round.
That's a come up. That's a big come up right there for Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love everything that Lou's brought to the show. Like, I'm a big YouTube guy, and solid pick, Cap.
Those custom keyboards. What the hell? If I can't use a keyboard, don't give me a keyboard.
Like Lewis just got drafted before Tony, before Stan, Carl Douglas, Tim Kirkshin. Lewis, my guy.
Yeah, I got to say, I had Amin up there too. It was I had Mike, and then it was Witty and Amin were my next two. And I knew I was never going to get one of them coming back in the second round. I wanted to go lower in the first, but like I said, I couldn't risk losing Mike, one of the big three. So I had to stick up there.
And like with Amin, for me, where I picked Billy with my number 6 overall, I had to pair him with Greg. As much as I love Amin, and I really wanted Amin. If somebody would have took Greg or Billy, I probably would have went Amin. And I was so happy that Tony fell to me in the third round. Really happy, because I would have took a Tony in the second round. And it's not just because he's fucking handsome. You agree with me, don't you, Stu?
He is lovely, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, he does a lot behind the scenes. Yeah, you heard me. Come on now.
Are you playing a Stugotz role?
Yeah.
Let the bit sit. But no, Tony brings a lot behind the scenes that we'll never hear about. He's like that person that donates a lot of money, and we just never he's the humble producer behind the scenes that we don't know much about.
I'm gonna say
that reminds me of somebody. It reminds me of me.
Wes, hold on. Tony is not better looking than Mike Ryan.
Oh,
he is now. He is now.
Yeah, he is. They got that right. He is now. Now that he's on my team, I
see him watering his lawn. Oh yeah, I'm getting an eye full of that.
Well, Mike post haircut.
Post haircut. Yeah,
I got you, Goods.
Hold on, let's discuss this. Capo, have you been to a Lebatard event yet?
Oh no, I cannot wait though.
Okay, so I'm the only one who's been to one. Now, maybe it's because Juju didn't come out until he performed and then chatted with people after, but I was hammered by that. Okay? Beyond, I would say that Juju might be the one I was most in awe of. Okay, so here's how I describe it.
Showman.
Number 1, Chris Cody, not really fat. I saw him in person. Really?
No, it's a bit.
Okay, not really fat. Number 2, Roy, built like a Division I athlete. I'm 6'2", 190, okay? And Roy is big. Roy's 6'3". He shook my hand like a hockey player, man. He crushed my hand. Okay?
Yo, mama,
lanky motherfucker.
Your mama crushed your hand.
Nettie is 5'1", at the most, 100 pounds. And her boyfriend might be the same size as her. Seriously.
Wow. Wow.
But she's Midwestern. I bet she can drink us all down.
Super small. I didn't see any of them drink a lot.
Midwest.
Dan was hammered when he showed up. Dan was super hammered when he showed up. And very friendly. And Stu, Greg. By the way, Dan at Moss around Greg, he was not, I'm mad at you, Greg. He loved Greg. He treated
that
Greg
would have to be like that.
Yeah.
Like he was his father. Okay. Next, the one I was in most awe of was Juju. He came out, he performed. I chatted with him after because I'm in one fantasy league with him. And like he follows me on Twitter since way back when, whatever, back way before the day. Talking to Juju, he was the one I was like sweating talking to, like out of anyone. So, and he's big and strong too. Juju's not like a small dude. Like I see you, brother. He's built like a star, man.
Nice. Salute my brother. Nice.
Oh man, the way he tore into what's his name? Nick Wrong. I mean, Nick
fuck yeah! I was all about that.
I enjoyed the what was it? The Friday show, the Mystery Crate, where he tore into everyone over the fantasy league. That was classic.
He backed up real quick when Roy joined the chat, though. It was the sirs started flying a lot when Roy stepped in.
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm mad at you, sir. Like, okay, he's got the proper amount of respect on that. I can get with it.
Hey, I wanted to get Amin and Roy on my team because Roy loves Amin, right? Like he's let it slip a couple times, but Roy really loves Amin. And there's a video out there of them singing karaoke. That's like Roy coming out of his shell.
Man. Anything you get out of Roy is just, it's like fucking magical to me. Like somebody said earlier, Roy's laugh. And it's like, I on the actual audible level, Cody's laugh does it for me, but Roy's laugh is like seeing a fucking Sasquatch. It's like Roy's happy like that. Like I get happy.
Hey, look at my bio for Chris Cody's laugh. But don't sleep on Smetty's laugh. Who's
Twitter?
Hold on. Whose Raiders do you like better, Roy's or Smetty's?
The Raiders.
Yeah.
That's tough. They're both good.
Oh, that's solid.
Smetty is really good with impersonations. She surprised me at first, but now I'm no longer surprised when she breaks her mouth.
That fucking Bane kills me.
Yeah.
It's like wrong, but it's right.
Yeah, it's so bad, but it's so good at the same time.
I want more of it.
You're the Raiders.
Yeah. The Raiders were born in the darkness.
But are they for real?
We're going to find out if Devontae Adams is a good wide receiver or Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Commish, man, your Raiders are making moves. What do you think?
Did you see that they just lost MVS also? Who is Aaron Rodgers going to throw to?
He had nobody before. He had Adams and nothing.
No, he's got his boy, what's his name? The guy.
The Lizard Man.
Yeah, Lizard.
Lazard is, he's the one on the depth chart right now.
And another
Alan Lazard, second round pick. Maybe Jordy Nelson will come back, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, they already brought back the other guy, the slot receiver. What's his name?
Oh, Cobb. Yeah, Cobb signed a reduced contract.
He didn't even have a good season.
No, Rodgers wants him there.
Well, he was hurt, and I know this because he was on my fantasy team for about half the season. He was hurt. He did okay. He not great, but he was hurt for a good portion of the season.
Bo, didn't you finish last?
He was not immunized from finishing last.
I mean, Bo, I only know because I played you like 3 times in the last place game.
That is Aaron Rodgers' fault. I finished last because of Aaron Rodgers. He cost me a good 3 to 4 wins.
Y'all were in the shit Robin, though. It was like the shit Robin.
Oh, my goodness. Between him laying an egg the first game because he could, That was, he did that on purpose against the Saints. He laid an egg. So
He's
that
tanking.
was one. Yeah, he was tanking, exactly like they said on the show. He was tanking.
Many people are saying this.
Yeah, the captain of my team was the one that brought it up. Just
I
saying.
mean, Wes, I only had 95 injuries throughout the season.
Yeah, that was everybody this year. Jesus.
Yeah.
That COVID shit, you'd have a guy 10 minutes before game time and they'd throw him in the COVID slot. Like,
well, you guys didn't hear? COVID's over. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Confetti! I saw
You gotta do
I
that
saw the
anymore.
balloons dropping from the sky. Didn't
Yeah,
you guys see? Yeah.
To be fair.
They dropped all the restrictions. At least the NFL did, and apparently the NBA is going to drop theirs this week. So
I still wear my mask at work.
Well, to be fair,
same here.
To be
I
fair.
got it twice and it kicked my butt both times. I'm not
Really? Damn.
yeah.
I was out there working 6 days a week through the whole thing, and I must have lucked out. I managed to avoid it.
You
And
never
then
got it. Wow.
No.
As far as I know, I never got it. I mean, if I did get it, I was I was asymptomatic.
Maybe
I
I
will
did,
say-
but I'm always hacking up a fucking lung after a doobie anyway. So it's like, well, did I have a breathing? Like I did that one morning. I went to the gas station at like 6 right after I smoked a joint. Just all these fucking unmasked farmers are like getting away from me like I got the plague. Like, yeah, when I'm coughing now, you're fucking worried, aren't you? 10 minutes ago it was, I don't gotta listen up.
Hey, who's the Fetty?
That's Ted Jansen.
There's something
God damn
to
it, Ted
weed. I think
Jansen.
weed helps it to not be a thing.
I said that right at the beginning. I said, until Tommy Chung
Yes.
dies from COVID, I'm saying it's a magical protection.
Yeah, I don't care what.
I wanna.
No, go ahead.
I want to believe that, but I smoke a lot, and I feel like I had it in the end of 2019 because like then they tried to say like it had been around possibly since
I do too.
August.
Yeah.
I was sick as shit in November.
Me too.
I went to my son's. He had to do. I had already started homeschooling him, but he had gym class, and at that time they were doing a dodgeball session. So I had to go to the dodgeball game, and we're inside a small building. I'm sick as shit, sitting in the side, just trying to stay away from everybody because like I shouldn't be here as it is. But this was before COVID, so I was like, oh whatever, I'm just sick and I'm in public. And to think about how fucking terrible that was back then, just to be that sick in public. I had a kid that was walking by our field today sneezed and shit, and I'm like, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like
10 feet, you little bastard.
Anytime anyone crosses me, I'm like, fuck.
Like Smetty says, fuck them kids.
That's what I was gonna. Shit, I forgot to say that. Whoever drafted Smetty, I was gonna say, and your show is named "Fuck Them Kids."
Yeah, the only thing I will say is that I'm not saying you didn't have it. You obviously could have had it, but having had a cold and the flu and a bunch of other stuff before, this felt completely different. This hit me like it was body aches and it was fatigue like I've never experieed. And
So that was H1N1 for me. That fucking wiped me out. Like
So I
12
took-
years ago, whatever that was.
So it was around the same time. I took like 10, 11 CBD gummies, and I slept for like I thought I slept for almost 24 hours because of that, and because I was working so much. But I had been really tired from working, right? And I hadn't been sick because like before that I was doing newspapers, and if you do a newspaper route, you don't have a day off. So like for 3 years, I would, the only time I was taking off is I was paying somebody so I could go to WrestleMania, and I'm driving there doing WrestleMania and driving back. So like I never had a time to rest. And so I never got sick. I just started taking the flu shot and everything. My mother's a nurse, so she would, have a flu shot and she would give me the flu shot or whatever. And I was sick when I was sick as shit. I hadn't had the flu shot yet. And like, I was like, look, as soon as I get over this, you need to give me the flu shot. And as soon as I got done being sick, because it was bad, and I was just like, and like my grandmother had it, my uncle had it. I think everybody, my mom and dad, my son, my wife, I think everybody had it. And like, we were just all sick, and we just figured it was normal sickness. But I remember him being like, yeah, your Uncle Dave's really sick. And I'm just like, like, okay, well, it's not that big a deal. But then looking back, I'm just like, man, if it really was here and really that fucking crazy, But who knows what the fuck to believe anymore at this point.
Yeah, if you had a lot of fatigue, I would say maybe you did have it, because that was the biggest thing, man. The fatigue like I've never experienced in my life.
We're none of us are doctors, I don't think. And if you are, why are you on the Zoom with us?
Officially, not doctors.
Oh, Dr. Phil.
Not a doctor, but I play with on Zoom.
What are you doing?
I play a limited.
This is untenable what you're doing.
Dr. McGillicuddy.
Who said that? That was great. I don't know. That was
encroachment.
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on Zoom.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
Fumblerooski.
What are you doing?
I love a good squib kick.
That's unabated to the quarterback.
You mean to tell me that Gonzaga lost to Arkansas?
I'd love getting an email, a notification from Yeti saying, if you please be honest about who you are so we can tell who the real winner is.
I know. I was like, well, it hadn't occurred to me to fucking lie about it, but now that you said it, yeah, I'm then. What you got in your store over there?
Yeah, who's good with Photoshop? We'll just make it look like you won.
I'm like, am I the only one that didn't actually make a name for my ESPN app? The thing is, because I don't have the actual app downloaded. I think I did it just through the browser on my phone because I didn't feel like downloading another app.
Yeah, it's the same.
I don't have it either. I have too many fantasy apps. I have a fucking fantasy problem. I'm working on it.
I'll re-download the app when this season starts.
As I sit here doing a fake fantasy draft about a podcast at like 11 o'clock at night, I think my fantasy problem is well documented.
We've all got the same problem, apparently.
Yeah.
It all leads to the Capo show. So,
yeah.
All roads lead to the Capo show.
And I'm happy
fucking
to
Molotov cocktails, just one after another.
Acknowledge the Capo and also suggest that those of us who enjoy the world would be happy to hang out with anybody who will take us as we are. And also,
of course,
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Capo's got to do his first ever show of inviting all yammerers.
And it'll just be crosstalk of things that aren't related. They'll just all be saying different stories and shit. Nobody's listening to each other.
You're literally the only guy ever who could draft Ryan Cortez and David Simpson.
Back to back.
It's impressive. I did not think I'd have any competition for fucking Samson. I was going to take him at fourth round.
Hold on. You know what? I'm pissed at you, Ron. After all we talked about, I can't believe you were going to take him 4 picks from the end.
Mike Ryan, those two together.
Okay, you know what? That makes it a little better. But after all we talked about, when we talked about how he was going to be the last pick, I knew someone was going to abandon us, and Capo saved your ass.
Oh, I was totally doing. I had him already written in. I thought nobody's touching this fucking guy, especially after the Hitler shit. I thought, I'm safe.
Yeah, Cap. I'm glad you've not listened to the show today.
I can get that same amount of heat out of Corbin with Mike. I think they've that was fun.
You really don't need Hitler heat,
right? So it kind of saved me from myself. I'm cool with that.
Oh, you take Stu at 3, right?
Yeah, I took Stu. I took Stu.
Oh, that's such a good pick.
That's who I would have went number 1 overall. It really would have been.
Now wait a minute, Wes. If I hadn't taken Dan, you'd have taken him, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Dan and who?
Well, it would have been Dan and Greg, probably.
That'd have been pretty strong. I mean, that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Who's the first person to have Chris on their big board?
You.
Well, I mean, clearly, but if I would have
cheats and giggles,
would he have fallen until 12? Like,
no,
did I overpick?
There's no way.
Yeah.
Nope.
I had him first pick of the second round.
Maybe 6. Yeah.
Yeah. If he falls to 11, he's gone. I thought one of like him or Whitty or Amin or Roy, like I was one of them's going to slide down. because I initially wanted to take 3 in the lottery, but I thought somebody's going to jump me with Mike, and I won't know what to do. Because I would have gotten probably Dan, and then I wouldn't have got Whitty or Roy. So,
no, to be honest with you, Cap, the only reason I didn't have Chris as a first round pick is because I thought of it as who would want to lead a show, and Chris, he doesn't even want to read a Sheets and Giggles ad. You know, like he's great, but he's like great in like the second guy role. You know, he's like the great go-to guy.
He's Andy Richter.
Yeah, kind of.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. It's a valuable role.
You know, Eddie out there, though.
Who was that they called him the superior Cody? Who was that that came on? I can't remember what guest it was, but man, who was it? It wasn't Beaumont. Oh,
it was Dominique.
Dominique.
Yeah, Dom.
Dominique.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember who hates Greg Cody, and I couldn't remember.
Yeah, that was fun.
Dominique Foxworthless.
Yeah, there it was.
Yeah. But even before that, there's just tension, whether it's fake or real. There was always tension.
It's good.
Dominique, yeah, it was always entertaining. It was always fun, but
Adam Silver looks like E.T.'s finger.
Oh man. That was almost a real spit take for me. That was almost.
Okay, wait. We got all of us here still, right? Right, Ron?
It looks like it.
All right. Wes, you're the first pick. We all get to pick one song from the musical. You get the first pick. I get the second pick. We'll go 6-1.
Back down. Nice. Let's do it. Let's snake back round 6. Oh, I like this.
And now, the limited fake Dr. Phil Gala Invitational proudly presents the Dan Lebatard Show with Stugotz Fantasy Draft Supplemental Round, the impromptu drafting of the musical, The Big Game, sponsored by
Mike Ryan brand do-rags. We asked Mike Ryan why to rock one of his do-rags. He told us, probably because you made a bet you didn't have to, and this shit ain't growing back how you hope. Is that a good reason? Huh? Who should I be a fan of now? Huh? Mike Ryan brand. Hide your head and your shame.
Now on the clock.
Commish on the clock. Bit of a conundrum here. Big pressure.
So yeah, I felt that went well. The draft. I mean,
I think so. How dare you?
My God.
I'm still pissed at you. You let Dan Lebatard fall to the fucking scumbags.
I went to 2 so I could take Mike. That was the whole point of my draft. I just thought you fuckers would. Dan? Yeah.
You know who's friends with Charles Barkley? Do you know who's friends with Pat Riley? Do you know who's friends with all of these people? His name is Dan Lebatard, and I got him at the 5th pick.
Yeah, but look, I've got an Obi Toppin ready to roll over here. So
that's very valuable. After
we could still cash that out. I mean, that might be the seed money for the whole show.
All right, Wes.
All right, here we go. Yep, I'm ready. All right.
First pick of the musical. Hold on.
I know it's like kind of an easy because it's near the beginning, but nothing stops football. I just love when Dan, nothing stops the NFL.
Ooh, the witching hour.
Now on the clock.
Wow,
that's my favorite part.
Me, but in the words of my favorite poker pro, I'm all in. From the back of every bar, from the subway, or the streets are in your car.
So grab a beer. I hope it's Miller Lite.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's the playoffs, isn't it? The wrong song.
No, I don't think you did. Oh, yeah, you did.
That's the playoffs.
I do like the playoffs. So good.
It's a remix.
JT Daly, we need you desperately.
Ron, you're up. Troy, you're up.
Yep.
Now on the clock.
We already know what he's choosing. Troy, we can't hear it, but we can't believe Troy can't believe that Take Me There fell to that, right?
Are you kidding me? Like, that's the jam, right? And I swear.
Oh, damn it. I should have picked that just to, to stick it to you.
Here's the thing.
Take me there, and you also have Smetty and Witty. That's just
wait a minute.
Yeah, see,
Wait a minute.
That might have just tilted the draft grades.
Hold on.
Let the man talk.
So the limited fake Lou Holtz is the one saying Super Bowl during that.
Oh, Super Bowl.
He's like Super Bowl, Super Bowl, the Super Bowl. It's not Billy. It's not JT Daly. It's limited fake Lou Holtz. And that's the part I love about this. And no one will acknowledge it to me. But that's where it's at.
That's a good call.
Yeah. So that's why I love Take Me
Good
There.
shout.
And also because, Smitty sings better than all you the rest of you fuckers.
Hold on, you love Take Me There because of Lou Holtz?
I do, yes.
To be fair.
I might be wrong.
Good job.
Now on the clock.
Bo next on the clock for a track from the musical.
And back in my day, I'm the back in my day guy from day one when I first heard. Really going back to indie back in my day, but the fact that it's in a musical I still can't believe that.
And he fucking nailed it.
That was
too,
my best impression of Greg coughing.
Bring back the drop kick.
Nailed it.
Could you imagine if somebody got drop kicked in the middle of an NFL game? Fucking Rey Mysterio out there.
Didn't AB almost did he drop
Yeah.
Hunter almost?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That was more like a
return.
that's the one leg.
that was more like a bro kick, a big boot.
Fucking
Before we
bicycle
continue,
kick from the
Ron?
slot guy.
Ron and Capo are about to have the best picks of their entire draft now.
Hey, I got Mike Ryan.
Now on the clock.
So I'm going to pair him with the absolute banger that is L.A. That's my song. Fucking love that song. Maybe one scotch at the Roxy.
Now on the clock.
Capo might have the best song left in the sixth spot.
Peepo. Wait. What? I don't know what we're doing anymore. Okay. Goat.
Oh, wow. I forgot about the goal. Nobody
Chris
took
Cody.
the balls?
Chris Cody, the teammate with the 50 mil. That sounds like a 50 mil song.
That is an on-brand pick. I do like
And
it.
he does kick that song off with the Brady reference. So, I mean, it's right there.
To be fair, I didn't have a red line marking off all the songs, so I couldn't remember which ones had been picked and which ones
All
hadn't.
this proves is that there are no bad songs on these.
Oh god, it's banger after banger. The introduction, the setup. I start thinking like, oh shit, this thing's gonna slap, and then it like changes up. I'm sitting there thinking, Mike, you're fucking overdoing yourself on this. Like, this is awesome. I was amazed.
It was, I mean, the time frame they put that thing together too. I mean, I was like, Dan kept trying to tamper down the expectations, and holy shit, just exceeded everything. I was like, this is going to be a fucking dumpster fire. Wow.
I thought it was going to be Elwin 17, but it was in fact 17-0. It's
science. It's just science.
Caps team in 5.
I like the supplemental round with the musical. That's going to be nice.
Yeah, that was a good little nice added touch. The cherry on top.
Take me.
Okay, second supplemental round, starting with Cap. You get a ESPN or pick not on the list, off the board, formerly affiliated with Lebatard Show list. Go. Cap's first. He's going to pick somebody like, what's his name? Jerry O'Connell. Or Baron.
The only right answer. Brock Meyer.
Ooh, you know what? Brockmeyer only made the list.
Close.
Ooh, that's good.
OLI. He was
That
close, making the cut, the definitive cut.
That is a good pick though. Brockmeyer.
Now on the
Didn't
clock.
see that one coming, but that just secures that Bomani makes it to me at 2.
Number two.
I'll never be able to pick him because he blocked me.
Who hasn't gotten blocked by him? Luckily, I haven't.
Now on the clock.
Bo, you're up for number 3. Off the board, Lebatard Show, formerly. Kenny G is eligible.
Oh shit!
And Kenny G's out. Man, I gotta take Mina.
That's so good.
Take Mina. She's so good, and is even better now than It's not like I think her appearances on the show made her better at what she's doing now.
I agree with that.
Definitely.
Big time.
She attended the Lebatard University, and she
Stugotz School of Fraudcasting.
The curveballs.
Mina's
the curveballs that Dan and Billy and everybody just on the show would throw her, and like just everything, literally, just everything that she had to go through.
Listen, Mall of America.
Listen, Bo, if you're gonna do this right, you have to do a full week of her impression. So, okay, of her terrible, horrible.
That laugh, man. The laugh alone, man. When they get her to laugh, that's
agreed.
That's like Kirchen's laugh. It's just money every time.
So I have to do a laugh draft.
Or you're up.
Cash.
Now on the clock.
Sorry.
Troy, fourth pick.
Big three.
Oh well, I mean, if I'm outside the lines, it's all about Katie Nolan all the time.
Damn it! That's who I was wanting to fall to. Me.
Garbage Time was such a great show, and with her crooked teeth and her ideas about sports and how much women and men hate each other in that world, yeah, that's exactly where I want to be. So, I'll take it.
Sports? Question mark?
Ish.
Now on the clock.
More sport.
All right, it's up to me. Give me Izzy all the time. Love me some Izzy.
A big gay musical.
Mr. Railroad Tracks himself.
I mean, he might have won the musical, right? With that last 30 seconds?
That was solid. Was I supposed to know he was gay before that? I guess I didn't. I'm like, I think there's a joke I'm supposed to get here.
Lauer had a big thing about that. That was kind of
What did you know more of? That he had a booger in his nose or that he was gay?
Yeah, no, totally knew about the booger.
Now on the clock.
The commish to finish it off.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, I'm sure I'm going to brain fart on like a more recent ESPN, personality, and I'm going to kick myself later. But I want to get a little old flavor in here. Give some love to somebody that we hadn't heard yet. Mark Hawkman.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid for a last pick in the supplemental draft here, guys.
Didn't see that coming.
I would have loved to have gotten Mike Ryan, one of my favorite producers of any show of all time. But, Hawk, we got to crawl before we walk, guys. I'll give the Hawk some love either way.
We left Sarah Spain off the board.
That's the one. That's the one that's going to hurt. I knew there would be one that hurt.
And her mother off the board.
Yes.
Hey, we did better with drafting women in our this round than any other round.
Well, see, that was my point. Between Mina, Sarah, and you add in Katie Nolan, they've been on the show quite a bit. And like I said, Kate and Renee are, somewhat recent. Jamel, not so much. Jamel's kind of been through the show, over the years. But, they're two of the newer members.
Like
but that shows you they did lose some strong women off their roster when they parted ESPN.
Yeah. Rossini.
Strong woman.
Well, boys, this has been awesome. I think we got something here.
No, I don't think we have enough, man. I think we should keep going.
Ron, I'm really sorry about what you have to edit.
Yeah, right.
Jazz hand sauces fingers.
Take me there. Take me there. Take me there. The Super Bowl, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl.
They're getting really sick, you bunch of patriots.
See, no one else picked up on that, but I tell you, that was limited fake Lou Holtz all the way through that whole song.
I'll never not hear it now.
Such a great play.
I didn't want to know that.
I know, I can't unhear it. It'll be every time, and I'll go, God damn it. And Lou Holtz is in here now.
The Super Bowl, the Super Bowl. Well, can we have one more shot before the evening ends, or do we have
I'm going to go grab one.
Okay, me too. So anybody else want to get a shot or a toke or whatever else you got?
I'm going to grab a Greg Cody Miller Light also.
Yeah, stay tuned.
It's Miller Light. Time for the playoffs.
Right.
Troy, this one's for you. Before we go, twist offs. Back in my day, you used to have a bottle opener to open a beer. Now you can twist off any cap and just drink it wherever you want. That's all I got.
You take it.
Hey, y'all, this was a lot of fun.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.